record stretches back deep into the 1982 season, having lost just twice in their last 33 outings. There's simply nobody in the league who have been that consistent. But this is the most crucial period in the run-up to the winning of the title, and the pressure has shown just a touch on Preston. Since their impressive 4-0 win over Brisbane City back on the 3rd of July, they have played 6 matches for 3 draws and 1 loss. But as befits a team with true championship credentials, they manage still to cling to their lead. South Melbourne are, of course, mathematically still in with a chance, although realistically their chance has been blown by those 7 losses in 10 games between April and July. But as we all know, they certainly have the goods in players and the expertise in coach Len McKendry to make a late charge. So a game against them was ideal ground on which to test the character of the 1983 League Championship candidates. Your commentator at the Connor Reserve, Laurie Schwab.
That's the kick-off to this big match between the National League leaders, Preston, and South Melbourne, the local rivals. Bobby Russell gets the ball first, and it's Alan Davidson. Forward to Halford. Halford attacking now. Brown. And he's pushed off the ball by Petrovski. The South Melbourne team has one change. Steve Blair is out suspended, and into the side comes Steve Wooddin. The Preston side has Gary Ward out injured, and in his place is Ljube Petrovski. That was cleared by Petrovski, but it's stopped on the line by Davidson. Davidson hassled by Campbell, gets the ball forward. Preston coming again. Odzakov using his skill, holding the ball under pressure, but losing it to Halford. Now it's Egan into the box for a shot. He gets in across, but it's too high for Wooddin. Yes, he has a go, but it's saved by Wilson and knocked past the post for a corner. The first bit of real action. Egan coming in, delaying, waiting for a man into the middle. Gets the ball across. There's Wooddin. Takes his shot, but a good save by Wilson. Now the corner being played and cleared by Flavell. Russell. Murphy. Away comes Opasinis. Xanthopoulos gets it to his supporting defender, Yzendoorn. Davidson now playing right back in Bobby Russell's position. Bobby Russell's playing stopper today. Murphy going down the line past Petrovski, gets in his cross. Brown is there, he misses, and it's picked up by Todorovski, who clears to Campbell. Lucchesi coming to the ball, holds off a challenge, but the challenge was too late from Halford, so the free kick going to Preston in the midfield. Ljube Petrovski back in the side. He's the longest serving Preston player. Joined the club back in about 1975. Too high, that one. It bounces in front of McMillan into the arms of Laumets. George Campbell. Campbell gets it forward to Lucchesi. Good ball skills. Back to Campbell. And he falls over, making it easy for Xanthopoulos, the South Melbourne captain, who comes away with the ball. Opasinis beating Egan. Good header. But again, South Melbourne wins it back via Xanthopoulos. This is Peter Laumets, the goalkeeper for South Melbourne. And South Melbourne looking impressive so far in these early minutes. It'll be interesting to see how this defensive reshuffle affects South Melbourne. As I said earlier, Bobby Russell playing stopper in the absence of Steve Blair, who's suspended, and Alan Davidson has gone to right back from his usual midfield position. We had thought that Peter Ollerton may have included himself in the Preston forward line to lend his height, and that was a tackle by McMillan that was too late. So McMillan will get the yellow card here from referee Opasinis. That's the first yellow card of the game, and he was yellow carded last week against West Adelaide as well. And the tackle there was on Russell. As I said earlier, one had thought that Peter Ollerton may have included himself on the forward line because he's taller than Russell, but not so. Turned back to the goalkeeper, a lucky one. Isaac Farrell it was who turned it back. Jones got it with his heel. Yzendoorn again.
I got it!
Wooddin. Brown gives it straight to Petrovski. Halford. Yzendoorn. Egan. Campbell helping out the defence. Murphy. McMillan. Bobby Russell getting to the ball first. Jones and Wooddin got tangled up. Yzendoorn to Egan. Egan turning again on Opasinis, getting it inside, but cleared by Petrovski that time. Murphy now. And it comes back to Murphy again for the cross. A low one, flicked on, headed away by Petrovski. Wooddin, short one, and an own goal. An own goal puts South Melbourne 1 goal up. We'll have another look at how that happened. Murphy crosses. It comes down to the ground. Another shot comes in. And off the foot of Petrovski, I think. So South Melbourne 1 goal ahead, and deservedly so. Flavell, the left back. Headed away by Davidson, and that'll be a corner to Preston. Odzakov taking it himself. Slings it across. Campbell tried one, but he was right off balance, and a bad miss kick sends the ball way, way over the bar. Last time these two teams met, it resulted in a scoreless draw at Middle Park. South Melbourne now leading 1-0. There's been a bit of a reorganisation in the Preston defence now. Petrovski has gone out of the middle and has picked up Buljevic. David Jones has gone into the middle to pick up Doug Brown, and that seems a much more logical defensive setup. Petrovski, Campbell. In comes Buljevic, and the throw-in to go to Preston. Powerful header by Russell. Preston playing very much a hit-and-miss game when they go forward. Not much science about their forward moves at all. In fact, most of their players seem so intent on marking one or another opponent that they haven't got much time to play creative soccer. Certainly South Melbourne calling the shots in this first half, which is now 30 minutes old. Todorovski, the sweeper. Xanthopoulos won the header. Buljevic. Yzendoorn. Jones. Petrovski flicks it over the top, but again it's Yzendoorn who clears overhead. Odzakov robbed of the ball. 3 men from Preston can't manage to win it back. Jones and Todorovski slips, letting in Brown. Brown facing the goalkeeper. That'll be a goal. 2-0. Doug Brown, and how happy he is. Two mistakes by the defence, 2 goals. There's Todorovski down on his knees. He slipped, he missed the ball. Dougie Brown picks it up. Takes aim now. Bang, inside the near post. 2-0. There's an incident behind play as well. One of the South Melbourne players is down, and it looks like Charlie Egan. Alan Davidson calling for the trainers to come on. Referee Opasinis has had a word with a few South Melbourne players to ask them what happened. Another look at the goal. That's Jones trying to pass the ball to Todorovski. There he is, stumbling and falling. Doug Brown, the goal at his mercy, and he shows no mercy. While Charlie Egan back on his feet and the ball back in play now. South Melbourne well in command, and Preston, well, they've really got to work a few miracles to get out of this one. Petrovski running into Halford, and Halford goes down as Petrovski keeps going. Crino gives Petrovski a push behind the play as Opasinis, the referee, is calling over Petrovski. The trainers coming onto the field to tend to Carl Halford. And we may have another look at that clash between Petrovski and Halford. There we go, the players battling for possession, and Petrovski running in with Halford, and Petrovski appeared to keep going and collide with Halford. Petrovski now being shown the yellow card. That's the second yellow card of the game, the previous one having gone to the Preston captain, George McMillan. Now Russell and Petrovski having very heated words to each other there, as Halford is still being tended to. Bobby Russell having a word now with the referee. This is real bedlam. The leg of Halford damaged. He appears to be unable to stand, and a bench, a makeshift stretcher, has been brought onto the ground just in case Halford has to be assisted off. Officials galore on the pitch. South Melbourne coach Len McKendry has come on to have a look at his midfielder. There's the incident again. Petrovski behind Buljevic. Buljevic holding off Petrovski. Now Petrovski has it, pushes it in front of him. In comes Halford, and Petrovski collided with Halford. Well, you can't really say whether it was intentional or not, but certainly Halford quite badly hurt. He's gone off the field now for treatment. The makeshift stretcher wasn't required. He did manage to go off on his own feet, but for the time being, this leaves South Melbourne with 10 men because, as I said earlier, the Buljevic came on earlier as a substitute. They're attending now to a wound, it appears, just over the shin guard, as John Yzendoorn takes the free kick in the left back position. South Melbourne leading 2-0. Brown goes down. He was pushed in from behind by Todorovski.
George! 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 George!
South Melbourne about to work one of their intricate free kicks. 3 men run over the ball. Yzendoorn takes it short for Murphy. Murphy running to the side, gets in his cross, but Wilson takes it out of the air. Well, the way Preston's playing at the moment, South Melbourne easily could win by at least 2 more goals. One feels that Preston's only real chance now is to forget about their cautious defensive man-marking approach and play some of their own soccer. What they're doing at the moment is just chasing opponents, and that's not going to win them the game after being 2-0 down. Doug Brown. Jones. Throw into Preston. 5 minutes to play in the first half, plus probably a few moments of injury time. Odzakov. Odzakov was fouled, or was it Campbell? Anyway, the free kick is going to Preston. Campbell's cross comes in, headed away by Russell. In comes Flavell, a low drive blocked by Russell. Wide now for McMillan. McMillan has Xanthopoulos with him. Having trouble keeping control of it. Xanthopoulos following him all the way. Now he goes backwards. Flavell, Farrell and Egan coming back to help. Wins out. Farrell showing a bit of fight though. He gets it back again. Buljevic. A challenge from behind on Farrell. Results in a free kick to Preston. And again, a few clashes after the whistle had sounded. Carl Halford is back on his feet on the sideline. Still injured, still limping, but it appears that he may be coming back. Russell again. Egan. Here's Halford wanting to come back onto the field, which he does. And he gets a rousing cheer for his courage. They say he's the fittest player in the South Melbourne team, perhaps even the fittest player in the league. A real fitness fanatic. He lives for his soccer and for training.
Fight on it!
Lucchesi with the ball. Crino. Halford. Odzakov. Brought down. He was tripped and he's complaining bitterly. picked out. Going against Murphy, it seems. Farrell, the former Canberra player, will take the free kick. Punched away by Laumets. In comes Odzakov, off the line. Headed off the line by Bobby Russell and finally goes out of play. Well, what a chance. That was Preston's first chance of the game, really. Here's Farrell's free kick coming in. Punched away by Laumets. Odzakov takes the header towards goal and up goes Bobby Russell right on the line to clear the danger. Bobby Russell has been an outstanding player today in his new position, and this is McMillan. Lucchesi, and again off the line, this time by Yzendoorn. 2 chances in 2 minutes. Lucchesi that time with a header, cleared off the line by John Yzendoorn. This is McMillan's overhead kick into the penalty area. Lucchesi's header hits Yzendoorn on the line after Laumets was beaten, and Yzendoorn clears it. Preston fighting back now. McMillan gets the ball into the air, off the head of Halford. Opasinis, wide to Odzakov. And cleared over the line by Murphy. South Melbourne's. Only about 2 minutes left now on the first half, and South Melbourne leading 2-0, but 2 clear-cut chances by Preston were cleared off the line within a minute. Odzakov. This is Oscar Crino. We haven't seen much of him yet. That time he was brought down. Play on, says the referee. Petrovski. Petrovski, who had committed the earlier fouls, was fouled that time by Charlie Egan. The Preston Makedonia flags are still flying. Campbell. In comes Flavell. Russell letting it go for his goalkeeper. Well, Preston's turned it into a game now. Flavell missing his tackle, but Farrell is chipping in well. Now it's Opasinis. Campbell out wide. He's trying to get past Davidson. He puts it down the line for Opasinis, but Carl Halford gets to it first. Flavell spears it in for Lucchesi. In comes Petrovski. Oh, and a good shot by Petrovski just over the top, trying to atone for his earlier mistake, that own goal. He came close, but too high. There's Petrovski's shot, narrowly over the bar. Referee Futsinos is calling for a new ball. Somebody appears to have souvenired it. No, they've had second thoughts. They've given it back. we've played about a minute and a half of injury time, and of course the injury time is warranted because of that incident involving Halford. Campbell. Wild clearance by Halford. Todorovski. Opasinis. Crino. Buljevic couldn't get Opasinis out of the way. But Crino does. He got past 3 men. Spears it inside for Egan. But it comes off Flavell. And referee Opasinis says handball by Flavell. So the free kick will be awarded at the edge of the area with about 2 minutes now of injury time having been played.
Careful, George! Watch outside there, right? Watch outside. Get in there, George, a minute. In there. Come there, George, Campbell.
Now, Halford is standing in front of the ball. Brown takes it, hits the wall. Brown again and again hits the wall. Preston lives again as Flavell moves up, finding Lucchesi. He goes backward behind the man it was aimed at, Opasinis, but he gets it inside to Todorovski. That's the half-time whistle now, leaving the score at South Melbourne 2, Preston 0. Preston has made a change at half-time. Zoran Ilioski, number 12, has come in for Isaac Farrell. And Ilioski will be playing a midfield role in the second half, which gets underway with Campbell trying to put the ball through for Ilioski. He has to try again now, but Davidson wins out. Egan, Davidson following up his run. And no danger there for Preston. Murphy. Ilioski shadowing him, but he gets past Ilioski and gets in a low cross, which is cut out by Flavell. George Campbell. Lucchesi. Murphy tackles Flavell from behind. Tackled by Davidson on Campbell. Now it's Jones switching play. Opasinis using the space. Petrovski. And he loses it to Buljevic, but trying to get it back, does so, holding off Yzendoorn, and Ilioski uses support from Todorovski. Opasinis. Petrovski. Opasinis fell over as Crino came in, but so did Crino. Odzakov. Flavell. Lucchesi. In comes Odzakov. And down goes Laumets. That was headed forward by Flavell off the head of Lucchesi. In comes Odzakov, and it was placed back by a South Melbourne player. So if Laumets hadn't got to that, it would have been an own goal. Buljevic through ball for Egan. Egan's on the run. Opasinis chasing him. Opasinis gets his foot to it. It comes back to Egan. Brown, but the defence clears. Murphy. Again blocked. The banners of both clubs flying as Ken Murphy takes a long throw, headed away by Todorovski and cleared by Petrovski. That was a push by Crino on Todorovski. Petrovski. Lucchesi. Cut out by Crino and played forward by Yzendoorn, only as far as Todorovski. Campbell. He has Davidson with him. Pushes it past Davidson. Evades the first tackle. Finally loses it. The South Melbourne players arguing, but referee Opasinis has picked out a free kick for George Campbell. Campbell's cross headed away by Murphy. Petrovski. Odzakov in there. Punched away by Laumets. A good strong punch into the midfield. Jones, Flavell. Buljevic down the line and out of play. Doug Brown puts it out as well. Real determination now about this Preston team. Down 2-0 and determined to fight back. George Todorovski joining in the attack. He's the sweeper of this side, but he loses the ball. Odzakov played the ball a little bit too early, I think, and it's cleared by Xanthopoulos. Oscar Crino on the break. Tackled by Todorovski. And we'll get the free kick. Halford gives it to Odzakov. Yzendoorn. Over the top of Jones, but Jones battling to get it back, and he finds Odzakov with his pass. Forward ball down the line for Petrovski, but Xanthopoulos gets to it and gives a good pass to Buljevic. Crino. He's beaten Ilioski. Petrovski. Long ball looking for Lucchesi. Russell stops it. Lucchesi trying hard to get it back, but Murphy in control for South Melbourne. Jones missed it that time. Brown. Egan. And Opasinis puts out his foot, concedes a corner. Oh, instead of a corner, the referee has given a free kick at the side of the penalty area. Only about half a metre from the line. Brown plays it in, and another own goal. David Jones flew to head it over the bar, and instead of doing that, he heads it into goal. So South Melbourne has got 2 own goals from the Preston defence. There's Jones with a flying header high into the net, a goal that any forward would be proud of. So South Melbourne leading 3-0. A about 8 minutes into the second half. So Campbell takes this for Preston. Too high, but it does result in a corner because Buljevic, in trying to clear it up the field, miskicked off the side of his foot over the line. Odzakov with this corner. Pushed away by Laumets. He didn't really expect that. It came to him, and I think he was more in the way than consciously trying to clear it. Opasinis. South Melbourne now in total command. Preston has to do all the pushing. South Melbourne can afford to lie back and perhaps play on the break. Campbell. Stopped by Buljevic. Through ball for Egan. Egan makes space, finds Crino. Finally, one back by the defence. Out comes Wilson, the goalkeeper. Quick throw to Campbell, and referee Wooddin having a few words to players behind play. Petrovski. Odzakov. Brown. Murphy. Egan. Egan goes down in a clash. He's holding his face. And of course he'll get a free kick here. Charlie Egan, 8 goals for South Melbourne so far this season. Hasn't found the net yet in this game. But then the only South Melbourne player who has found the net today is Doug Brown. There's Egan trying to get control, and he appeared to be elbowed by Todorovski. Here's the kick. The Preston wall has formed. Crino hits the wall. Odzakov. Trying to run through players is penalised. Campbell. Campbell again. He got past 2 men before being awarded that free kick. Goes inside now. Ball forward for Lucchesi off his boot, and it'll be a goal kick. The South Melbourne coach, Len McKendry, quite happy. Certainly not showing any strain. Incidentally, the goal by Doug Brown earlier in this game was his 7th of the season. That leaves him only 1 goal behind Charlie Egan, who's South Melbourne's top scorer so far this year. And he's got a chance of finishing as South Melbourne's top scorer. But whatever happens, Egan and Brown will stage an exciting tussle for the rest of the season to see who can outdo who. To Crino. Murphy tries a long one. There's the Preston bench. Coach Peter Ollerton in the red jumper. Still managing a smile. Ollerton, of course, is a former South Melbourne player. Egan into the box, and in the nick of time, Opasinis stuck out his foot to get the ball away from Egan. He did, however, concede a corner, but in doing so, he almost certainly prevented another South Melbourne goal. Egan was home and hosed there. Opasinis just put out his foot and got the ball away from him. Doug Brown waiting to take the corner. And he's getting a lot of stick from the crowd. Headed away by Petrovski. Davidson. A volley shot just over the top from just outside the box. Alan Davidson hasn't been very prominent so far in this game, playing right back. Here he is, the ball bounces and he hits it on the volley. A vicious drive just over the bar. Davidson, Murphy, Halford, Davidson, a nice flick on for Crino. He gets away from Ilioski, but he can't get past Todorovski. Todorovski takes the free kick there. Odzakov trying to get inside Murphy. Murphy put his leg out. Odzakov went over the leg. He's down hurt. We'll see that incident again. There's Odzakov putting it inside. Murphy's leg was out and Odzakov ran into it. Murphy now being called over to referee Wooddin. George McMillan having a heated argument with Wooddin, pointing his finger, and McMillan now no doubt is saying that I made one tackle and I got the yellow card. Murphy is being let off scot-free. I know that McMillan is very angry over what he terms is victimization by referees. McMillan has picked up somewhat of a reputation over the seasons, and as far as he's concerned, they're looking for him now. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. Lucchesi gets the ball inside. At the far post is Buljevic. And Buljevic let it go. So it's a goal kick. Almost 20 minutes of play gone now in the second half, and the score of course is 3-0 to South Melbourne. Odzakov flicks the ball wide and is cleared there by Halford. In the midfield and another free kick as Gordon Flavell slings Branko Buljevic to the ground. Murphy comes in to help out Buljevic. Buljevic all smiles and a punch up behind the play here. Davidson's holding his face. Referee Wooddin is trying to separate the players. I don't know whether our cameras picked that up. That was We'll have another look. Yes, we appear to have it. That's it. That was it. McMillan has punched Davidson. Davidson went to the ground immediately. It was definitely McMillan. We may have just another look at that in a moment as Davidson receives treatment. There's Davidson, number 5. McMillan is number 9. There's the punch. As clear as day. Brown coming in immediately. He's number 10, calling the referee's attention to it. Wooddin now calling over McMillan, and it appears that the linesman did see it. He will definitely be sent off. There's a red card. And McMillan waving his finger at Wooddin once more, having words to the other South Melbourne players and a parting chat with Wooddin. The Preston captain goes off the field, leaving his team with 10 men and, of course, 3 goals down. 4 matches ago, it was McMillan who saved his team from defeat. When at 1 goal down, he scored the equaliser against Apia and then set up the winning goal for Gary Ward. Doug Brown chasing Wilson well out of his area there, putting the ball over the line and having a hug and a dance with his former teammate, Doug Brown. Doug Brown and Wilson. I think Wooddin was fearing the worst there. It was good-natured fun, though, and he's not going to do anything about it as Ken Murphy prepares to take the throw-in. This game has got everything. Crino. Odzakov with the ball now. Flavell. Long ball forward for Brown. It bounces. Brown puts his foot out and a shot. And there's another one. 4-0, Doug Brown. That's 2 goals to Brown in this game. And again, he puts the fist up in a victory salute. There's the ball bouncing. Brown puts his foot out, gets it behind Jones, shoots first time, and past Wilson to the far post, just inside the far post. As I said, Doug Brown, 2nd goal in this match, and in his first game for South Melbourne against Preston, that was a National Cup match, he also scored 2 goals. He's making a habit of it. We spoke with Peter Ollerton, the Preston coach, early this week about whether he was worried about Doug Brown, and he said, well, he won't score against us. He'll have a certain gentleman on him about whom he'll have sleepless nights. And of course, he was referring then to George McMillan. As it turned out, it didn't happen. Here's another shot coming in, that time from Egan, but it goes across goal. As I said, it didn't happen because George McMillan ended up playing in attack rather than in defence. And Doug Brown has had 2 opponents in this match. First, Ljube Petrovski, he scored 1 goal against him. And then David Jones, and he scored a goal against him as well. Campbell. Down the line to Flavell. Into no man's land where Crino picks it up. Tries a long volley. Good save by Wilson, but he may have not been so lucky had it been closer to the top corner. Todorovski. Ilioski. Odzakov. Tries again. Can't shake off Halford. Todorovski. Jones. Ilioski. Odzakov. Odzakov, one of Preston's few fighters, one of the few men trying to do anything. Davidson heads it away. And again, Ilioski picks it up in the midfield. Opasinis. Down he goes, and again it was over Murphy's leg. Murphy already has the yellow card. So Preston will, of course, next week be missing George McMillan, who'll be out suspended. That'll be his second suspension so far this season. He was out because he had more than 12 points a couple of weeks ago. And Gary Ward, of course, who missed this game because of injury, may still be in doubt next week as well. Preston has beaten some mighty sides here over the years. They beat Sydney Olympic 4-0 last year when Olympic was on top of the ladder. And this year they beat Sydney City 4-0, again at this ground. Today, they know what that feels like. Todorovski. Lucchesi, 9 goals in the National League this season. He headed the goal scorers list for quite a few weeks, but he hasn't been able to do much today against Bobby Russell. It's Ljube Petrovski with a throw as we enter injury time now. Russell, Flavell, Petrovski.